Now let's deal with the details. The purpose of seeking to increase the MPP's promises from 388 to 631 is very simple. It's twofold. As we get into the 2020 National Conversation period, one of the narratives that they seek to carve is a narrative of dishonesty. And in order to give life or credence to that narrative, they have to create scenarios that if indeed we made 388 promises, they will find ways of adding to it some 235 and claim that we made 631, and in the end say therefore that we have been dishonest. So part of the strategy of increasing our promises from 388 to 631 is to enable them make a claim of dishonesty against administration. And we'll spend some time to show you how they arrived at that 631, though they did not come with that candor to tell Ghanaians how they arrived at that 631. They claimed they had spent a lot of time to discover it, but how they discovered it, they didn't explain. We'll show you how they have added to our 388 promises some extra to arrive at this number, just for the purposes of cementing an argument of dishonesty which they make. They secondly make this argument because what they seek to do is to downplay our achievements as a country and as a people. And again, we'll explain how statistically they come to that. So they arrive at their 631 promises. Colleagues, as I'm sure you know, every proper document, be it your dissertation in school or a simple essay that you are writing, it has an introduction, the main body, and the conclusion. You would find that in the MPP's manifesto, chapter by chapter, when we pick a particular theme we seek to speak, there's an introduction, there's expression of the vision and the strategic framework, and then you come to the specific promises that we are making in pursuance of that vision within that strategic framework. I'm going to ask my colleagues to project on the screens, for example, of the examples that they touted today that deals with agriculture. So notice that in their tables, and you recall they kept mentioning that there's a lot of detailed analysis. They will put it on the internet for all of us to have an opportunity to interrogate. So you notice that in their details under agriculture, they have added a number of promises to the specific promises that we have made. And we'll show you how they have arrived at promises. So we captured this, for example, as they were doing their presentation on television. They claim that we've made a promise that, one, we will modernize agriculture as a promise. Two, we will improve agricultural production efficiency as a specific promise. Three, we will achieve food security as a specific promise. Four, improve profitability for farmers as a specific promise. And they go on and on and on and on. And then they proceed to score all of those ones as failed. Mention the pages on which these promises are found. Now let's go to the MP manifesto. And let's go to the chapter that deals with agriculture. We don't want to take too much of your time, but we'll demonstrate to you the true intellectual dishonesty in how they have added to the 388 promises that we have made. This is the page of the MPP manifesto that deals with agriculture. So you see an introduction that says agriculture continues to be the anchor of the country's economy, employing more than half our workforce. Growth in this sector has declined dramatically under the NDC's management, incompetence and corruption. Food is necessarily expensive in a country that is blessed with fertile, and we go on and on. Paragraph 2 now spells out the vision and the strategic framework. And colleagues, I need you to pay attention to paragraph 2. So in expressing the vision, we say, our vision for the next 4 years is to modernize agriculture. You see where I pick that promise from? To improve production efficiency, to achieve food security and profitability for our farmers, all aimed at significantly increasing agricultural productivity. And then we explain a strategic framework that the MPP will pursue a value addition strategy aimed at rapidly ramping up agro-processing and developing new and stable markets for our products. And now we come to the specific promises. That in pursuing this vision, this is what we will do. Please go down so that our colleagues can see it. And we refer you to the copies of the manifesto. In pursuing this vision, the MPP will do the following. And we say, 1, increase subsidies on retail prices, seeds, fertilizers, and other agro chemicals. We say to focus on developing irrigation schemes in the Front Plains and the Northern Savannah. What you notice our colleagues done is that to increase our promises from the 88 to this, they are supposed 600 and something. What they have done is that they go and lift the vision and the strategic framework, then they copy words and phrases out of the vision articulated and create them as new promises. This is what they have done this afternoon, claiming that they have discovered some new promises that we didn't make. But the words are unequivocal in the manifesto.